Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to day 10 of Vlogmas. Today, I'm a little grumpy, I'll just tell you. And the reason is, I'm wearing jeans! Very annoying to me because it's just a lazy day at home, crafting and enjoying myself, but my two pairs of yoga pants that either of them I would just love to be wearing right now, are currently in the wash. So it's all for the best. They need, I need to wash them, but I would much rather be wearing cozy yoga pants than jeans. So then I decided, since I'm already in a prison of my own design, that is denim, I might as well put makeup on too. So here I am. Hello. We have to talk about something, okay? If you watched yesterday's video, Vlogmas for day 9, you may be aware that I have opened up my entire Treehouse Knits Advent box. So I will be showing some of those colors in this video and in subsequent videos, so be forewarned. If you don't want spoilers, you will be spoiled if you continue to watch. So it's okay if you need to skedaddle out of here to protect your curiosity and your peace if you want your Advent unboxing to remain a surprise, a mystery. Okay, so anyway, I opened up the Advent yesterday. 9 full braids, beautiful braids of fiber. And I said that I'm going to spin a sweater quantity of these braids together. And I'm going to do it so it kind of creates a gradient where the first skein is 1/2 of day 1, 1/2 of day 2. The second skein is 1/2 of day 2, 1/2 of day 3, and so on and so forth until I work through all 9 skeins. So there will be 9 2-ply skeins that each have their foot in the next or the previous. I messed up though, because somewhere along the way, I realized this when I was editing the video for yesterday, somewhere along the way, I mixed up the order and I swapped day 2 with day 3. So here's a clip of all 9 braids laid out as I had them yesterday. And you may notice on the far left-hand side, that braid is more gray. And then the braid I have next to it is like blue, green, pink. And then the third braid is more neutral. So in reality, the order of those braids are the braid that is the second braid in that lineup should be the third braid if I went in the correct order. But I messed up the order when I was laying them out. And yesterday, also, you may have seen, I finished spinning up both halves of what I thought were day 1 and 2. So here's the first half of day 1. This is correct. Here is the first half of what I thought was day 2, but is actually day 3, or at least the third variegated. And you may also remember from yesterday's video that I'm trying to practice releasing control. Letting go control can be a healthy exercise, I think. And I think that it will serve me well to practice that. So with that in mind, I think I am just going to continue going in the order that I laid them out. It does bother me a little bit. Like, I was tempted to pull out the correct day for the second braid and spin that half into a single and then ply it with day 1, so it would actually be the correct order. But then I was like, Rachel, your whole goal of this is to just let the yarn do what it's going to do. And I don't know if I'm mature enough to say I'm not going to see it as a mistake, because I kind of do see it as a mistake that I made, but I'm going to practice letting go and just, it's going to be what it's going to be. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and ply these 2 together, and I think I'm going to watch a Christmas movie while I do it. So sit back, relax, and let's get to plying. behold, I have a hanked up finished skein. I don't think this is a full 100 gram skein because I've got this much left over on the bobbin from day one. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make kind of a zombie skein with the leftovers of each bobbin when I have singles left after plying. So there will be no yarn lost in the grand scheme of things, which is good. But I have it hanged up on my nitty knotty. I'm going to slide it off and get our first impressions together of this skein. Really interesting how this turned out. I was FaceTiming my mom today and I showed her the finished bobbin because I finished plying while I was on the phone with her. And I was explaining or sharing or whatever that I'm not to the point with my spinning where I can look at a braid of fiber or two braids of fiber and instantly know what they're going to look like as yarn. Because there's just, I mean, there's so many ways you can manipulate the color when you're spinning. I don't even know all of them. I don't even know probably a tenth of them, of the different ways you can approach color management. But all this to say, not really what I expected for this first skein, but that's nice. There's some like turquoise and some pinks along with the grays and the browns. So that's very pretty. The question is now, do I wash and thwack this or I just continue spinning? I feel like it would be fun to wash multiple skeins together, so I'm just going to put that to the side and maybe dive into my next bag. So that is skein 1. I'll just put it in here actually, in my labeled bag, because I feel like things could get confusing pretty fast if I drop the ball on my organization. So here's skein 1, and then here's the fiber for skein 2. I am tempted to spin this half because it's new and exciting, but I think that it's most sensible to spin the color, the second half of the other part of skein 1. I don't really know the shorthand for explaining what I'm doing because it's jumbled up in my mind, but it is what it is. So I'm going to spin this and then I'll check back in with you when I have this single complete. Okay, change of plans. I'm not yet done with my single. I have this much left and then this much left to spin of the day 3 braid, which is really functionally my day 2 braid. And that will be the first half of the second skein. Are you getting confused yet? Because I sure am. I thought some things through while I was spinning. And I think if I wash multiple skeins at once, that creates the possibility that I'm going to get them mixed up. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I need to wash them as I go or individually so I can keep them organized, make sure I'm not mixing up the order. I mean, in theory, I'll be able to tell them apart, but what if I'm not able to? I just don't want to run that risk. So I'm going to take a break from spinning right now. DJ is on his way home and we'll have dinner and probably watch Jenna Phipps. We watch her weekly YouTubes renovating that house that she bought with her partner Nick. Fascinating series. So many ups and downs, highs and lows, etc. So that's the plan for this evening. And then I think I'm just going to be a little rat tonight and stay up late again. So I'll finish my spin today. At least that's my current plan. I'll let you know if my plans change. But for now, I'm going to sit and knit on my Stockholm V-neck and work on that for a bit while I'm spending the evening with DJ, because it's a lot easier for me to knit while hanging out with DJ than spin while hanging out with DJ, because my spinning wheel is kind of big and awkward to move around the house, and it's just obnoxious, whereas knitting is more portable, less obtrusive, doesn't make noise like my spinning wheel does, yada yada yada. So knitting is up next for me. Also, a couple exciting things have happened today. I have been finalizing one of my 2027 tours, and I think probably maybe next week. That might be a little wishful thinking, but maybe next week or like the 22nd, I'll be ready to open it up to at least returners and my email list to sign up. I'm so excited. It's going to be different than any trip I've ever done in some ways. There'll still be like the staples. I mean, I don't know what I can say without giving too much away, but I'm so excited. It's a brand new type of trip, and I hope you come if you're wanting to come. It's just going to be incredible, and I can't wait to tell you more. I'm really bad about, I don't know, being mysterious, so I'm just going to stop while I'm ahead. The other exciting things that have happened today is I watched 2 movies. I watched My Secret Santa, which is a Netflix Christmas movie. I think it's new this year, and it was super cute. It was kind of like a Mrs. Doubtfire-y type of trope where someone has to basically dress in disguise in order to meet their goals within the plot of the movie, and it was cute. I also watched Little Women with Winona Ryder and Susan Sarandon, and that was super cool to watch as an adult because like when Joe's living at the boarding house, I just was like, everything feels sleepy, because that was the point as a kid where I couldn't hang anymore, I guess. So I was like, wow, I'm awake and I'm watching this part. That's so weird. And I remember thinking that Friedrich, the professor that Joe ends up with, was so old compared to Winona Ryder. And was like, why is she ending up with an old guy? But now watching it, I'm like, he doesn't seem that old. So anyway, fun to watch things with new eyes, and 2 Christmas movies, because I definitely do consider that Little Women movie as a Christmas movie, down the hatch, and that was super fun and festive. Okay, here's a quick update on my Stockholm V-neck. I have knit the amount of rows on the front panel. Obviously, I've joined the 2 front panels, and I've knit like 1.5 inches after joining them. I've knit 2 rows more than the pattern calls for, and based on my gauge, I think I could knit an additional 2 rows to lengthen the front panel before I join in the round. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I wanted to show you my progress. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. The fabric is just to die for. Okay, everybody, it's just about 9 o'clock, and I have finished the first half of skein number 2, and I've prepped my fiber for the second half of the single. I've started it on my wheel, and I've actually started a 3rd Christmas movie. This is Champagne Problems. It's super cute so far. But I'm going to end the vlog here, and I will see you back on YouTube tomorrow for day 11 of Vlogmas. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Vlogmas, but it is a lot of work. So I'm going to edit today's vlog, get that all rip-roaring ready to go. And yeah, a couple reminders. Sign up for my email list. I can't remember if I mentioned it before when I was talking about the knitting tour, but big things are coming, exciting things. So if you want early access to sign up for the first 2027 tour that I'm about to market, make sure you're on my email list. The second reminder is that I'm going to have a Q&A video coming up here during Vlogmas, and I've been collecting all of your questions. Thank you so much to those of you who have submitted questions. If you want to submit another one, or if you haven't yet and you've got a burning question for me about life, about knitting, about living here in South Louisiana, that kind of thing, feel free, and I will get to as many as I can during an upcoming Q&A video. So just leave it in the comments and I'll be keeping track of them. Thank you so much also for watching my Vlogmas and hanging out with me this December. It's been really fun and I appreciate you being here. So that's all for today. Thanks for hanging out with me on the 10th day of December, and I'll see you back here for day 11. Bye, everybody.